Let me tell you the story.
The hill station trip. In the northern mountains of India, there is a place most tourists never talk about. The locals call it Rajdhara Valley. On the surface, Rajdhara looks like every other hill station. Scenic waterfalls, pine forests stretching for miles, small villages clinging to the slopes. It's a growing tourist hub, with thousands of people visiting every summer. But beneath the beauty lies a darker truth. The forests surrounding Rajdhara are said to be haunted. Old people speak of lost travelers, sudden disappearances, and voices heard in the mist. The most feared of all, an abandoned tunnel deep inside the forest, where, according to locals, the walls remember names. For the villagers, these stories are warnings. For outsiders, they are temptations. And that is how 5 friends, Arjun, Neha, Karan, Riya, and Saurav, all in their mid-20s, drawn by curiosity and adventure, arrived here. They reached Rajdhara in the evening and checked into an old wooden guest house. Karan pulled out his camera immediately, calling it the haunted guest house. Arjun sat on the balcony, sketching the cracked wooden railings. Saurav wandered every corner, restless for adventure. Neha quietly unpacked, standing at the balcony, her sharp eyes drifting toward the caretaker, sitting outside, smoking, staring into the forest, as if waiting for something. And Riya stayed close to the group. She didn't say it out loud, but she hated how isolated the place felt. That evening, the 5 friends gathered at the dining table. They laughed over small things, teasing each other, sharing stories, enjoying their dinner. After a moment, the caretaker finally spoke. Don't walk into the forest after dark. And whatever you do, don't go near the tunnel. His voice sounded like a warning. Saurav smirked. Why? Ghosts. The old man didn't smile. He just stared at Saurav for a long moment and said softly, some places are not meant for the living. By saying these words, the old man left the room. At midnight, the friends sat around a bonfire outside the guest house. The night was calm, and the forest was still. After a while, Saurav said quietly, let's check the tunnel. Just a quick look. Karan grabbed his camera, excited to film. Arjun hesitated, but didn't want to stop anyone. Neha, curious despite her doubts, joined, and Riya, scared but unwilling to be left alone, followed them. They switched on their torches and stepped into the misty night. The forest was dark, the silence heavy. They walked carefully along the narrow, leaf-covered path. After a tense walk, they reached the tunnel. It was made of old stone, covered in green plants. The entrance looked like a giant mouth, waiting quietly in the shadows. It was quiet, a little scary, but also mysterious, like it was hiding a secret inside. Slowly, they stepped in, ready to see what was waiting in the dark. Inside the tunnel, the air felt different, heavy, cold, almost as if the walls themselves were breathing. Their footsteps echoed strangely, sometimes too close, sometimes too far. Karan raised his camera, its small light revealing strange carvings across the walls. Names, dozens of them, some old and faded, others fresh. The friends whispered to each other, "Someone must have written these to scare people." As they leaned closer, curious, Ria pointed at one spot and teased Neha. "Neha, look, your name is here. Be careful." Everyone laughed nervously. Suddenly, from somewhere deep inside, came the sound of footsteps. Slow, dragging, echoing unnaturally, as if coming from every direction at once. Their torches flickered and went out. Darkness swallowed them whole. "Run!" Arjun shouted. They stumbled blindly, bumping into each other, until they finally burst out into the cold night air. Gasping, they looked around and froze. Only 4 of them were there. Neha was gone. They shouted her name again and again, but Neha was nowhere to be found.